LAPD's group stalking by helicopter. Flying right over me. P.O.C. Group stalking. Covering up the light source. The light source remains over me. This is where the sun rises in alignment to me. This is where the people of the state are group stalking. This is the terrorist organization engaged in 24-hour surveillance, and helicopters are practicing demonic conduct. They're going to be prosecuted as terrorists. And they're engaged in the terrorist conduct that's crossing path in the parking lot, in concert with the entity that's stalking in helicopter, and they're doing so under the light source that's directly over the property. Nova Contractors is group stalking. That driver is going to federal prison. This is surveillance at the crime scene, and this is a demon that's monitoring someone else while they're keeping their back to you. And they're doing so in engineered light. The light source, you can see the light activity, the shadow of the car. The sun's never going to be over Alvarado Gardens. It's also not the sun, while the documented presence of the light source is present at 7:59 in the morning, as I documented outside my living room window, and the sunset, which you saw outside of my evening, in the evening yesterday, capturing what is terrorism. And this is, again, impunity. The entire property of Alvarado Gardens is going to federal prison. And this is, again, Jung Pak, a documented group stalker, while the light source is over my head while I'm standing in front of my leasing office. And that same terrorist organization flies directly over my office, flies directly over my head, flies in circles around the property, flies in circles at a great distance, amplifying the sound of helicopter activity. See her shadow? That's light activity. This is light activity while this demon then moves the vehicle. Jung Pak's going to federal prison. Anybody else in their 50s, in their 60s, in their 70s, in their 80s, they're going to federal prison. And you already know what this demon is doing while they fly directly over my head, and she's digging in her vehicle yesterday. In the middle of the afternoon where the sun is not going to be present, that's also how you know her condition. At nightfall, as they walk on the property, their shadows move all around them. They're engaged in 24-hour surveillance, and it's demonic. They're also engaged in federal stalking. They're sex offenders. And they're also engaged in what is a documented act of obstruction of justice with that same entity, which is the audible activity of speaker companies, the people of the state. And this entire property and speaker companies is going to federal prison for it. It is, again, 1:33 p.m. This is P.O.C. on Saturday, June 8, 2024, and the light source is right over the property. That's light activity as you see the shadow appear and disappear, and this is ongoing impunity while a demon is maintaining presence in the path, and I'm pretty sure I've documented this license plate, whoever they are. I've already documented, they're already on the record, and they're going to federal prison. It is, again, 1:33 p.m. This is P.O.C.